welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Angela and I'd like to welcome you to Papery Blue. If you're one of my awesome subscribers, then I'd like to thank you for your continued support. Can you believe we're in a new year already? Gosh, they're going faster and faster every year. This little community is a place where I hope that I can support you to enjoy some creative fun that will help relieve some of the stress and anxiety that's all in our lives. I think we all suffer a little bit in this busy world, and it's really hard to find some me time and some time just to chill and relax and get our life balance back a bit. So on this channel, I hope to offer you some inspiration and support so that we can all release some of our creative energy and reduce some of the stress that we have in our lives. I believe stress and anxiety in our day comes about because we're so busy and we don't take time to balance that out with things that relax us and help us to just step back from life. So whether you're watching with a cuppa just to chill out, or you're getting your gear and joining with me in creating, I just want you to know that you're very welcome. And if life balance is something that you're looking for this year in 2019, I hope you'll go ahead and hit that subscribe button, come back regularly, and we can have a little bit of creative fun together. Now, today's the beginning of a new year, so I'm hoping that you will join me in setting some goals for where you'd like to be in the future. I think it's always a great idea to set some goals to make sure you know where you're headed. A lot of people might do it like through bullet journaling or whatever, but I'm not a bullet journaling type of girl. I've started so many diaries and journals, and by Valentine's Day, I've let it slip. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to think about my whole year, and I wanted to set some goals that would last that long. And today I'm going to create a watercolor flip book with some of those goals set out. It only needs a few simple materials, this project, some watercolor paper or some thick card if that's all you have, a set of watercolors, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be your kids' Crayolas if that's all you've got, a pencil, scissors, paintbrush and a permanent pen, and you're good to go. So I'll leave a list of the things that you might need in the description box below. Now, I chose to cut my papers to match a little watercolouring book that I bought in a cheap shop recently. I liked one of the pages and I wanted it to be the cover of this little flip book. So that made it really easy for me to determine the size my flip book would be. But you can make your flip book whatever you like. You could even make your pages really big and make them posters to hang on your wall to motivate you. You decide, it's your project. So what I did was grabbed a cuppa, sat down and thought about what my goals were for this year. And then I reduced them fairly significantly to 2 words per goal, because I wanted my watercolor book to look really clean and simple. Then I sat down with those just in a drawing book, and I experimented with some fonts and lettering styles until I was happy with how it looked. Now, I'm no lettering expert, I can tell you, but I just had a go until it looked like I wanted it to look. You can go online and you can download some fonts if you don't feel confident, and you can trace the letters for the goals that you want to write. I tried to focus on a faux calligraphy style, so that because I knew I wasn't going to be perfect the first time, and by being able to thicken up the downstrokes, I was able to take my time and make my letters look more consistent. I tried my lettering to look the same throughout the whole book, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You can make each page look different. Hey, you can make each letter of each word look different. Whatever your style is, it's going to be just perfect.
So here I am. I have my tracing paper centered over the middle of the page, so that as I trace each of my goals, they will be centered, and I can now transfer that transfer paper onto my watercolor paper and it'll also be centered. that aside while I did my watercolouring. Now I love colour, and so I wanted my pages to look very bright and vibrant. I wanted something simple, so I chose to do one colour on each page. Now, I didn't think too hard about it. I just splashed some colour down. I used Mission watercolour paints, but as I've said before, whatever paints you have will be just fine. And if you want to do yours differently, if you want to do patterns or you want to mix your colours, that's fine too. Even if you don't want to use watercolours, you want to do a background with some pattern paper, or you want to use coloured pencils or pastels. I just wanted it to look like bright and vibrant, and I wanted it to help my lettering stand out. So what are my goals for this year, I hear you ask? Well, as we start the year, my top 12 are: 1, to trust God, because I think that's so important in life. God's always faithful through it all. 2, to seek wisdom. With so much information in the world, a lot of it's just noise. So I want to be careful about what I listen to and think about, and make sure I'm just seeking the truth. Eat well. Now, I'm not talking about the annual January panic diet, although if I'm honest, you know, I am sitting here thinking, how could I have eaten so much over December? But no, just really making small adjustments so that I don't always feel guilty about what I eat. To create more, and I think this is my passion for this year. I'm such a believer in the arts being an important part of a balanced life. Every one of us is different and we are creative in different ways, but I think we actually have to allow ourselves to be creative, to have a happy life. Not feeling like we have to be a Picasso at all, but just remembering, you know, like when we were kids and we painted and we drew for fun, just because we're older doesn't mean we can't still do that. I want to enjoy nature, I want to get outside more. I have, you know, got to get into my garden and do a little bit of work. But, you know, just go to the beach, walk in the hills, feel the sun on my back, smell the roses. I just want to enjoy the great outdoors. I want to have some fun. Having done the right thing, you know, worked for so long, supported the family, bought the house, raised the kids, you know, now it's my turn to let my hair down and have some fun, and I'm really looking forward to that. And this is the same, I suppose. I want to laugh often. They say kids laugh approximately 300 times a day, but by the time we're adults, we only laugh about 17 times a day, and I think that's sad. So I want to reverse that trend in my life. I often think we get very anxious because of the seriousness. We have to do our work, we have to get things done. But I think, you know, I just want to be vigilant about what I watch on TV and who I hang around with. And I'm looking for happy people, and I just want to have fun and enjoy my life. And I hope you'll be one of them too. So, you know, let me know in the comments your funny stories and things about you. Because I want to share friendship. Being with friends is so important, and for many reasons, not the least being that friends can help us through tough times. So when we're anxious and stressed, a friend is probably really the person we need to go to just to remind ourselves about the positive aspects of our life. And becoming isolated can be really depressing. So I want to take up time to catch up with wonderful friends I have in my life, old and new, and, you know, actually being with them. But I know some people can't. I know some people, due to isolation or ill health, find it hard to actually physically get and chat with a friend. If that's the case, having an online friend is a really good alternative. And, you know, if you're looking for somebody to chat with, I'm always here. I'll meet you in the comments. I want to love deeply, because whoever we have in our lives, we need to remember to not take them for granted, because we never know how long we'll have them. So I want to make sure the people in my life know how much I love and appreciate them. And I want to do little things for them to make their life better and more joyful. And I think, you know, the things we do for loved ones actually helps fulfill us too and helps us become happier. 10, I want to travel far. Now I've got no ties now really, and time on my hands, and there's a big wide world out there, so it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work that one out. And so stay tuned to this channel to see where in the world I might end up. I want to sing praise. I love singing. I'm actually taking singing classes now, and I'm no Pavarotti, but singing is one of the best ways to be thankful for all the blessings that you have. And I also want to remember to praise the people in my life, you know, all the people that do things for me, you know, whether it be the lady who serves me at the supermarket or the postman, you know, not forgetting to stop and say thank you and, you know, have a chat with them. Those simple positive interactions, I think, make everybody feel good. And lastly, to be thankful. I want to focus on everything I have and not on things that I don't. Each day I want to remember all the things that make that day special, because it's so easy to take things for granted and to complain and forget about how far you've actually come. So there you have it. There are my 12 goals that I want to focus on this year. What do you want to focus on? Have you written them down? Honestly, it's a good thing to do at the beginning of a year. You don't have to show anybody. If you want to share them with me, I'd love to hear about them. So now that they're all transferred, and it was just about going over with a black pen, and to get that calligraphy look, just to thicken up those downstrokes. I take my time here, I enjoy it, I sit in front of the TV or I listen to some music, that's my favourite thing to do, and I just zone out. It's just so relaxing. And there you have it. At the end I just punch a hole in the corner and I bound it with a simple split ring, and then I tied a few coordinating ribbons around just to pretty it up, and there it is, ready to motivate me for the rest of the year ahead. So I hope you enjoy that, and maybe have a go at this simple project. It's something anybody can do, and it's lovely to flick through from time to time and remind yourself, you know, where you want to be when you're moving forward. So I want to wish everybody who's stopped past a wonderful new year. Hope it's everything you dream of and everything you strive for. I want to thank you again for spending some time with me today, and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button if you think you might enjoy some regular inspiration and just exploring artistic projects that'll help us to maintain that healthy life balance and to reduce some stress. So bye for now.